21st century, mankind has colonized the last unexplored region on Earth, the ocean. As captain of the Seaquest and its crew, we are its guardians. For beneath the surface lies the future.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dirk's Pneumophiles and another Figure Friday. Today, we got the cast and crew of the Seaquest DSV. Yeah, this was my favorite show, one of my favorite shows of all time. Season 1, that is. They had 3. Season 1 rocked. Season 2 sucked ass. Season 3 kind of went better, but they went a whole different direction, but that's whole different story. But I don't know, I just decided I wanted to get these because, like I said, I like the show so much. These figures are by Playmates. They are 4.5 inches tall. They are very articulating. I don't know what the articulation count is, but now these are figures you can play with, as opposed to like the Star Wars and my earlier Star Trek figures that just moved at the shoulder and the hips. These guys move all over, you know. You can sit them down if you want. I mean, the legs are all twisty and everything, you know. They can actually do stuff. It's pretty cool. Like I said, something the Star Wars figures and the early Star Trek figures couldn't do, but Playmates did a really good job with them. But anyway, this is the full complement. 9 figures in all. One of them is suspiciously missing, though. I mean, I have the set; it's complete, but Dr. Westphalen is missing from the collection, which I find really odd. She was such a main character, more of a character than the 2 villains that they have in the back there. But anyway, really cool set. Like I said, well done on the part of Playmates. Let me take a look. Okay, so our first character up is Captain Bridger, Nathan Bridger. Again, the detail in these are really good. The uniforms are well done. The emblems, you can see by my thumb up here, the Seaquest emblem. You've got the UEO emblem on the shoulder. Just really good detail. The figure does come close to representing the actor, which I think is pretty cool. Again, points of articulation on this is phenomenal. It's really good. Licensing isn't on the back of it, like on the Star Trek figures, which is pretty cool. And they're numbered on the bottom. And they come with this really cool display stand, you know, with his name. It's got the logo on it. It's pretty cool. So that is Nathan Bridger. Next we have O'Neill. He was their communications officer. He looks kind of goofy with the glasses, but I get what they're trying to do. But yeah, he was a communications officer. Again, detail is pretty cool. Same type of articulation. Kind of hard to get past the glasses because they're so thick to see it, but yeah, it does kind of look like the actor. Very cool. Okay. Anyone that's familiar with the show, he went on afterwards to be on Xena, Warrior Princess. That's what he did afterwards. After that, he kind of fell off the map. Don't know what happened to him. Then we got the XO. We got Commander Ford. Probably he does kind of look like him, but not so much. He's probably the one figure I think that looks the least like the actual actor. I think it was Ron Franklin was the actor's name. But again, pretty cool. Nicely done. Chief Crocker was one of my favorites. He was the security officer. Kind of like a surly, salty dog type character. Always spoke his mind, had strong beliefs and stuff like that, and he was kind of cool. But yeah, The only one that came with the hat. But yeah, Chief Crocker. The science officer was Commander Hitchcock. Another cool figure. She had this neat thing where it was a virtual display that she would put on. She'd put on a headset and she put pieces on her hands and they would send it out. It kind of looked like a crab and it would go out into the ocean and it looked like she was in it because it was all virtual reality. It was really neat. But yeah, Commander Hitchcock. The first of the villains was Dr. Zeller. Okay, he was in some sort of prison, undersea prison. He was like the Moriarty of the of Sequest. He was like really super intelligent, and he was the villain in just one episode. Okay, again, he looks pretty cool, and he was the nemesis to Dr. Westphalen, which is odd because they have him but not Dr. Westphalen. So it's kind of weird. But the one accessory that I do have is for Dr. Zeller, and that is this cryo tube. So, there we go, cryo chamber. In the story, supposedly Zeller is in here when they're getting him from the asylum prison, and then what it turns out is that Zeller put the warden in here, and then he was posing as the warden. Kind of sounds like a familiar story plot, doesn't it? I've heard it somewhere. Next up, Lucas. Lucas was the youth of the show, a civilian that was living on the submarine because his father couldn't take care of him because he was so busy. But he was a genius, so kind of a little outlandish, but still cool. Actually, and he was the Crusher, except I think he had a little bit more going for him than Wesley. Just an opinion. But anyway, yeah. Sad note, though, the actor Jonathan Brandis, right? I think that was his name, that played Lucas, wound up committing suicide. That's a shame. Another so-called villain is the Regulator. Okay, he was like an undersea cowboy. Whenever you need anything, you couldn't find something, he was the guy you turned to, and he would get that for you. A very cool, well-detailed character. The figure is very well detailed too. And again, the only one that comes with an accessory that I have was his sidekick Vern. Was an orangutan. Pretty cool. He's rubbery, squishy, but he's cool. Nice accoutrement to the Regulator. And then lastly, we have Darwin. So here's his oxygen pack. Another kind of neat character. He had run of the ship because there was aqua tubes throughout the Sequest, if you hadn't seen it before, which allowed him to swim throughout the ship and then, of course, exit the ship. And when they were deep, he was able to breathe because he had this set of aqua lungs for him. I'm sure with a little heat I can get these to stretch to snap, but right now I just haven't screwed with it. But that is Darwin. I like that. Oh, look at that. Just realized that. Work the fins and his mouth opens and closes. Haha, learn something new every day. Anyway, that is Darwin. So yeah, that's our Sequest figure collection. It's pretty cool. I got this, actually I was lucky enough to pick this up in one fell swoop. All of it was open. It didn't have the all the gadgets and gadgets that go with it, like weapons and the pals. Almost each character also came with a little animal sea creature in it. Didn't have that, but that's okay because a lot of it was like fluorescent colors, so it really didn't look right, and they're oversized, so no big deal. My goal again was to get this set and make a really nice display, like a Seaquest-like display that I can put them in and hang them on the wall. You know, maybe light it up a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting, and, you know, be a nice conversation piece. We'll get to that eventually. When I do, we'll and of course we'll document it when we get to that point. But, you know, till then, thanks for watching, and be strong.